Today, we're going to be learning about seasons. First off, can you tell me what this is, Aiden?
A calendar.
And what does a calendar show?
The months, the days,
Yes. What are the 7 days of the week?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And
Saturday.
there you go. So there's 7 days in a week. How many months are in a year, do you know?
12.
12, all right. Do you know what the months are?
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
Good job. Now, with each different month, we have a different season. Do you know what the 4 seasons are?
Summer, winter, fall, and spring.
Perfect. So, there's different weather in each season. What type of weather would you see in summer?
Sunny out and no snow.
Yeah, it's hot, right? So what type of weather would you see in spring?
Rain and flowers growing.
Very good. How about in winter?
Snow, leaves are all out.
It's cold, right? And how about in fall?
Leaves are starting to fall off, turn in different colors.
Very good, very good. So, yes, when we talk about the seasons and the weather, there's also things that change in the animals and in the trees and the vegetation, right? So, can you tell me what this animal is?
A bear.
And what does a bear do in the winter?
Hibernates.
What does hibernate mean?
Sleep all winter.
Yeah, and in the fall, what does this bear do to get ready for hibernation?
Stuff his belly with food to survive in the winter.
Very good. So in the spring, when the bear wakes up, right? The bear, what does it have with it usually when it wakes up?
When it wakes up, it has babies.
It has babies, because what happens in the spring?
In the spring, there is
Babies born, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's having babies. Okay, and in the winter, or in the summer, what does the bear do?
Go out and hunt and stay out there until winter.
Exactly. So that's a little something about some of the animals. What about the trees and the vegetation? What would you see on a tree in the fall?
In the fall, the leaves start to turn colors in fall.
Yes, because they're getting ready for winter. How do the leaves look in the winter?
Just off and
Yep, it's a bare tree, right?
yeah.
And then in spring, what starts to happen?
Spring starts to happen. The babies start to come out
Yeah,
and
and flowers start to
grow.
right? Trees start to come back on leaves start to come back on the tree. And then in summer, what do the trees' leaves look like?
They look like
In the summer.
they look like greenish.
Yeah, they're green and nice, growing, right? Yeah, so we know that there's differences in animals' behaviors during the different seasons. We know there's differences in the plants and the vegetation. And we know that a calendar can show us some of these differences in the pictures. You see February, March. It's nice, it's springtime, right? Flowers are blooming. April, we got a lot of flowers growing. It looks nice and warm. Then we head into June, which is the summer months. It starts getting really hot. We're out of school. June, July, and August. And then, as September hits, you can see the leaves start to change colors because they're gonna die and fall off the trees to get ready for winter. October is also a time when the trees are fading into fall. Now we hit November and it starts to get cold. You can see that it starts to snow in December. And also, January, it is usually still a lot of snow. So So calendars are good for showing us a lot of things, including the seasons. You did good today, Aiden. Thank you. Today, I used the 3 teaching strategies. My first teaching strategy I read in chapter 7 was about a long-term memory. I decided to use that one because you can see that very much in this child. He has the memory of what a calendar is. He knows what the days of the week are and the months. He knows what different seasons come from each month. This shows his declarative knowledge, which is the knowledge of facts, concepts, procedures, and rules. So you can tell that this is a fact. Seasons happen, and he knows what kind of changes in vegetation, animal behavior. This all comes from facts. I think it has something to do with his systematic memory more than the episodic memory, because it's not really a personal experience, other than, yes, he has personally experienced the different seasons. But it's a little more of his concepts and his principles, the relationships between the different seasons, and the changing weather, the change in animals and vegetation, of course. The second teaching strategy I used was meaningful learning. He obviously illustrates concepts of meaningfulness. You can tell that this is connected to his long-term memory. You start teaching seasons and the changes quite early, because as a child, some of the first things you see. You have different activities in the summer, different activities in the winter. So it's meaningful to him. He can develop memories and such, when it comes to the different seasons. The last strategy I used was organization. I thought the calendar seemed to be very good for that. It could be a chart, maybe a model of the seasons and the days and the months. So it's nice to get that put into one scheme. Thank you.